Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. It's Sherry. I'm very wired. I've had a lot of tea today, so look out. Well, first I need to preface this by saying that it is nap time, and I thought I had a sleeping child before I went live, and it just became obvious to me that I don't have a sleeping child, so stay tuned. So today I want to share with you a huge epiphany that I had this morning while I was doing my life coaching studying. So, in my life coaching right now, I am doing a lot of reading just about the self and overcoming ourselves and limiting beliefs that, we have as people who have grown up and, have baggage and everything. But something that came across my desk was powerful. And so I don't know how many of you have ever read this book or heard of it. It's called The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. Kick in the I'm not even kidding you. It is so good. So I want to share some snippets with you because this might just be what you need. I I didn't realize I needed this until I did a lot of coaching on myself the last couple of days with some challenges that I've got going on. So let me kind of back up here. Hold on, let me turn off Landon's baby monitor. So yesterday I did a Facebook Live and I was talking about how I was really struggling with doing this core to force workout that Harry and I are going to be doing starting on February the 6th called our Summer Slim Down. Anyhow, I was struggling with doing it because I was afraid of doing something hard. Even though I know we can do hard things and I pushed out 3 big old babies, I was terrified of doing something hard. And I like PiYo and I wanted to stay with PiYo. Well, yesterday all kinds of lessons just kept coming to me. Like I kept learning about how the journey is the destination, and how, which is basically, stop waiting for things in the future to make you happy, be happy in this moment. So I that just came to me yesterday, and today while I had a coaching call, it became obvious to me that that's not everybody's way of looking at things. A lot of people really struggle to see what's in front of their eyes and how much of a choice we have in how we show up for life. We have a choice in who we hang out with, who we allow to influence us, and how we look, all of these things. And so yesterday I was really beating myself up thinking, all right, Sherry, you've lost almost 10 pounds now, which, woohoo, that's awesome. But I was falling into old habits. I immediately thought, God, if I've lost 10 pounds doing PiYo, even though I already committed to doing this summer slim down group, I, maybe I with Harry and doing core to force, maybe I don't have to do it. And that's when it came to me that the journey is the destination. There's something for me to learn through the process of going through core to force, or I wouldn't have committed to it. And that, if I was feeling like I wanted to quit before I started, that was a little bit more why I needed to do it, because I needed to face that fear anyhow and do it and recognize that I was going to grow. And that's been a huge thing for me all the time. I mean, quitting my corporate career, making the salary I was making, and you know, just deciding I was going to become a life coach, woohoo, carefree. That was hard as hell to do, but I did it. So I'm going to do core to force. So that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. What I'm here to talk to you about today is going to be a good old fashioned kick in the pants. And what you're witnessing is the unfolding of how I kicked myself in the butt. So, and I'm sharing this with you because it's become obvious to me doing a lot of these coaching calls that not many of us see things from this perspective. Not many of us have the ability to kick ourselves in the butt or to coach ourselves through hard things. So I'm sharing this with you, and I'm going to relate it from the perspective of the situation I just told you about, how I wanted to quit, how I wanted to just kind of forego my real goals with weight loss. So, and, kind of really getting, I don't want to get like bikini body model fit, and I don't want to get weightlifter fit. I just want to fit into my damn clothes and take my kids to the beach and to the pool and not have to worry about my thigh dimples. Okay, that's all I want. So I'm going to take you through these notes. I'm going to have to refer to my notes because this stuff is amazing. Maybe you won't think so. It's pretty deep, but it was transformational to me. So one of the things that I found out is that and like I said, many of us don't see this. But when we have something that we need to do, in my case, really work hard and buckle down and do something hard with weight loss, we see that as terrifying, or we don't want to do it, we don't want to be uncomfortable. And in that moment, we are experiencing something called resistance, right? So, resistance might just be your life calling you. And in that resistance is part of your journey. Remember yesterday I talked about the journey being the destination. So, here, here's something. This just gets deep, so I'm just going to dive into it. Everyone who has a body experiences resistance. We need to recognize that resistance is the enemy to your potential, the enemy to your damn potential. If you think that you want to just take a pill or do something that you did when you were 20 years old to lose weight and it's not working, and the alternative is to work your butt off and actually come out of it with an amazing figure and losing weight and all these goals and surprise the hell out of yourself and make yourself so damn proud, but you're not doing it because you don't want to be uncomfortable. And what worked for you in your 20s, why isn't it working for you in your 40s? And if it's not working for you in your 40s or 50s, just throw in the towel and be happy being fat. Or recognize that that resistance that you're feeling, that is the damn enemy. That's the enemy. It's keeping you mediocre. So in the space of health and wellness and losing weight, the question came up, why do we only wait to focus on our health and our health, to have a health plan, like a real health plan, as opposed to, what you get at work for your insurance, but to have a plan for your health? Why do we wait until our health is almost taken from us, when we are almost going to be diabetic, or we are almost going to have to lose so much damn weight that we don't see a hill in front of us, we see a freaking mountain? Why do we wait until then? Because we have resistance. And it's time for you to wake up and to see that it's not just you being lazy. That resistance is the thief of your life. It's stealing from you. It's evil. It's the enemy. So once you wake up and you realize that we repeatedly, let's see, how does this go? Once we wake up and realize that this resistance is there and that we are repeatedly giving into it, we realize that we're foregoing our greatness. And we realize that, all right, I'm going to face this damn resistance and I'm going to lean into it and I'm going to overcome all of this BS that I've told myself for why I can't lose weight. I don't have time. I'm just big boned. There are no big bone skeletons. Have you ever seen a big bone skeleton? No, you're not big boned. You need to start doing the work. So, and this is my self-chatter. I'm sharing it with you because there's a good possibility that some of us need to hear it too. So when you lean into this resistance and you decide that you want to become your best and you want to achieve your goals, you need to realize that there's two ways of approaching it. There's the way of approaching it as a professional, we're going to call that going pro, or an amateur. And when you decide to be an amateur just likes it and just talks about it. A professional makes it their damn life. They are laser focused on it like it's their child walking across a tightrope bridge above, a cliff. They are focused. So when you go pro with your dream or your desire to lose weight, there is no stopping you. And the difference, like I said, between a pro and an amateur is a pro is focused on it, an amateur is just a dreamer. I'm sorry, but you're just a dreamer. Nothing wrong with being a dreamer. I'm an amateur artist. I'm an amateur violinist. But, I have aspirations and I put my toe in the water and I feel it out and I figure things out. So in going pro, your two choices now. You can be an amateur with your goals or you can be a professional with your goals. In going pro, you realize that the resistance is your life's path. The more important the change is in your life or the improvement is in your life, you need to realize that that's your soul's evolution. I mean, this is deep stuff, I get it, but wake up and realize it. The more resistance we feel towards pursuing it, we need to realize that we need to lean into it and go for it. So if you're resisting something big, that's your body and your life telling you that, damn it, girl, wake up and do it. This is what you're supposed to do. So here's something really interesting. And then I'm going to break down pro and amateur a little bit more for you. But this quote to me was powerful. And you guys know I'm jazzed up on this. Most of us have two lives. Okay, listen to this. Most of us have two lives. The life we live and the unlived life within us. Between the two is resistance. What? Seriously, that is some powerful stuff right there. Think about that and relate it to your own life and how you are not showing up in this life for the best possible self, for your best possible self. Most of us have two lives, the life we live and the unlived life within us. Between the two is resistance. Wow, wake up to that damn message and start stepping into your greatness, because I'm telling you what, this girl is about to get so damn in shape because of this epiphany. So here's the difference now between the amateur and the pro, okay? An amateur has a desire, but doesn't really want it bad enough. So the professional has the passion and the desire, which translates into focus. And what you see here right now, this is called focus. The professional loves the idea of the end product so much that she devotes her life to it. Hello. The next is the first thing for amateur. We're going to do one-to-one breakdown pro and amateur for amateur. The amateur talks about the goals. The professional makes a plan for the goals. Number two, the amateur shows up as she feels like it, when it's convenient, when she has the time, when, the moon is properly aligned with her menstrual cycle, whereas the professional is committed and shows up, always shows up, doesn't matter, wakes up, just gets dressed, just does it, in my case for fitness. Number three, the amateur gives in during any hint of weakness. Hello, we've all been there. Number three, for the professional confronts adversity and internal self-sabotage and anticipates obstacles with a plan. So the professional shows up, knows that they sabotage their success, knows that their old ways are keeping them from success, and they plan around that. Maybe it means that you always hit snooze and so you're not going to get up early. Maybe it means that you get a new alarm clock that is across the room and, pours water on your head or whatever. Number four, the amateur. The amateur feels the resistance and lives in it. Did you get that? The amateur feels the resistance and lives in it. That's being comfortable in your damn fat pants right there. That's what that is. Number four, for the professional, feels the resistance and draws energy from it by facing it as fear. I talked last night about how the journey is the destination, and if you're feeling fear with something, that it's something you need to go. Same thing with resistance. Fear and resistance are one and the same. You're fearful of it. I mean, obviously, we're not talking about a tiger or, a thief or whatever. We're talking about something you fear doing that is potentially getting you to your greatness. In my case right now, it's doing this core to force workout. I fear it because it's hard, but you know what, damn it, I can do hard things. Number five, the amateur. The amateur is too proud to focus on the basics and to see that hard work as being worth it. The amateur is the old me. The amateur is the old one that says, well, if I take this pill, it'll make me speed up my heart rate and it'll make me lose weight. Or if I don't eat breakfast and lunch and I only eat dinner and then I'll lose weight. But what you don't see is that shit worked for you when you were 20. It's not going to work for you when you're 40. This is me talking to me. Number five on the pro side is the professional seeks to understand how to find the strength to dig deep and to just do the damn work. The time is going to pass. You might as well do the work anyhow, right? Number six for the amateur. The amateur settles in with mediocrity. I mean, really? How many of us are doing that? Stop it! Just stop it! Number six for the professional. The professional sees mediocrity as a part of the resistance to their greatness and believes in herself in spite of these feelings. So she sees that there's mediocrity in the resistance, and she realizes that she's going to feel it. And it doesn't matter. She's just going to keep on pushing. Number seven for the amateur. She repeats mistakes such as self-sabotage. She waits for the moment of failure with self-sabotage and says, the minute I fail, I'm done. I quit. I can't do this. This is too damn hard. She just keeps repeating those mistakes, going around the mountain and just keeps failing. Number seven for the professional is aware of the mistakes and overcomes it anyhow. So that's huge. You know, I don't know if this is an epiphany to you, but it sure in the hell was for me. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is if you feel yourself resonating with any of the amateur qualities, you need to assess the stories that you've bought and told yourself and about your life, because these are your limiting beliefs and they can live you to having an unlived life. So wake up, realize, are you living or are you having an unlived life? All of this time is going to pass. You might as well have something to show for it. So if there's something in your heart that you want to do and you're not doing it professionally, personally, whatever, stop it and go do it. See, the same thing applies for me. So obviously, the difference is right now I'm ready to step up to the plate and be a pro. No more amateur for this one. I'm ready. You know, I'm not where I'm gonna be just yet, but I'm damn well on my way. I have a plan, and I'm not just gonna settle where I am for mediocrity anymore. It's time to go make it happen. All right, have a great day. Bye, everybody.